Thank you very much, Mr. Nti. I just want to say that before yesterday, I didn't know much about this competition. I didn't know much about CFO. It's been my pleasure to interact with such wonderful young people, gifted, talented, mature intellectually and emotionally, as well as all the judges. But as it's been said before, there has to be a winner, and we've come to that point. But remember that it's not a cliche that you are all winners. Now, announcing the winners of the Junior Achievers, I will start with the second runner-up. The second runner-up is Team Evolution. From Kuro Waterstone, Gauteng. The first runner-up is Team Peacocks from African Leadership. And the winner is Team Westville from Westville Boys.
I would like to invite Claudel Van Eck, who is the CEO of the Institute of Internal Auditors, to come on stage and assist us grant these awards. We're now going to invite the team leader to make a brief statement. A brief statement. Please keep it to 30 seconds.
Well, good evening, everyone. Personally, and on behalf of my team, I can honestly say that we did not expect to be standing up here in front of you all today. Huge surprise, very relieved, very thankful to everyone who was a part of this competition and setting it up and making it happen, because I can honestly say on behalf of everyone sitting here tonight, juniors and seniors, we really enjoyed it. We really appreciate all the hard work that was put in, and thank you. We look forward to being here when we are at the university and can compete on a global stage.
Hello, Africa.
This is where the next generation of global business leaders will arise from.
We entered the CharterQuest Junior CFO case study competition with the hope of gaining valuable insights into the business world and to explore potential fields of study, allowing us to make informed decisions on future career paths.
This competition bridges the gap between knowledge and real-life application by exposing us to scenarios in which we first have to identify the problem before solving it.
By forcing us to consider not only the financial implications of our decisions, but both the ethical and environmental impacts simultaneously, we developed an ability to view our problems from an ultimate perspective.
We were constantly challenged and pushed to new breaking points.
If you are in high school and believe that you can conquer the challenge, form a team and enter now.
From Cape to Cairo,
From Dhaka to Mogadishu.
All roads lead to Johannesburg, South Africa.
Take this opportunity to meet some of Africa's business leaders, as well as the chance to take home 50,000 Rand.
We look forward to meeting you in 2018. Good luck!
Log on to www.charterquest.co.za, click on the CFO and register today.
Well, the time has come. I will now invite the head judge, Dion Fredericks, who is the Group CFO of the Telkom Group, to come on stage and make a brief statement and then take us through the process. Thank you. Sorry, maybe I should call the two others. Just before he does, may I invite Mr. Joe Samuel, CEO of SAQA, to come on stage to assist us give the award, as well as Professor Peliwe. Professor El-Marie Sadler to come on stage. My apologies.
Information for themselves, because they say, if I share with anyone else, I'll lose my job. Today, with Google, you can get anything, so it's not a competitive advantage. So as a team, you must always work as a team. What does this competition give you? Key thing for me is confidence. If you have confidence, you can actually do anything. And presenting with judges that look scary sometimes, and an audience that you haven't been before could be scary. But what you're taking away is that you have improving confidence, and you must never shy away of an opportunity to present or to participate. It's also about developing your skills and integrate your thinking. And the last and most important one, and that comes out of the case studies, it's about long-term sustainability. Not for today. And unfortunately, we are a world that's very short-term focused. We want to be satisfied immediately, but it's all about long-term sustainability. So the conclusion is, you all are winners. Well done. It was a great competition, very effective presentations, excellent participation, and you can just go from here and improve. I'm very happy to be part of this process, and as a result, I'm not going to announce any winners. But that wouldn't be fair. As have been in the semi-finals, it's been difficult. And it's always sad. I don't want to use the sad. When we gave some feedback, I said to the teams, don't use negative words. Now, sad is a negative word. And I suppose naturally, we're human. We're disappointed if we don't make it. And the message that I'm saying, if you didn't make it, you've got development areas that can make you the best. And take that away from it. So semis was very difficult. Finals was even more difficult. And as I say, I look more the winners, always for me to improve the quality. So in third place, and between second and third and first was close. So maybe we shouldn't answer. No, sorry. Team Erika. And the problem now is if you say the one, the other one, no. Second place, Team Iris, and the winner of the competition is UMC.
Thank you so much. We are extremely honored to be the winners of this competition, and when starting the journey, basically nearly 1 year ago, I guess, we really didn't expect to be here and to become top 3 and then finally winners, but I really can say that I guess that every one of us is a winner, because during the competition, I think everyone learned so much, and we can be really inspired also by the organization committee. I know how hard it is to organize such a competition, as we are also trying to organize one back home, and we got so many inspiration here for that. And I think it was a great experience. We learned a lot, and we hope that we can come back with another team maybe next year. And we also would like to invite you that you will come to our competition next year.
See you in South Africa.
Do you dream of being a future global business leader?
And are you a university student or a young professional at the age of 25 or below?
Then grab a team of 3 or 4 and apply for the CharterQuest CFO Case Study Competition 2018.
We grew personally and professionally while dealing with challenges multinational companies are facing in emerging markets, and defended our own strategic recommendations in front of industry leaders and highly renowned CFOs.
What differentiates this competition from others is that you will advise a global company that is operating in one of the fastest growing economies.
The CharterQuest CFO Case Study Competition will change your life and boost your future career opportunities.
Team Eureka from University of Hong Kong. Team UMCC from University of Munster, Germany. Team Iris from the University of Ghana.
What a global business experience
From an African perspective.
Apply now.
Log on to www.charterquest.co.za, click on the CFO and register today.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Amanda Somyalo, and right next to me I have Buki from Sizwe Nsalube Koboto, and she is the judge for the junior and the senior competition. What I want to know from you, from last year you were the judge for the seniors, but now things have changed. We've got the juniors involved. So can you please go through me the process of having the juniors as well, and your comment on the juniors' performances so far?
Thank you so much, Amanda. I think it's an amazing development. Last year we only had the seniors, and this year we brought in the juniors. I was very surprised with the caliber of people that we had on the junior and the caliber of people we had on the senior this year. I think this year we've stepped up the standard of the senior competition. We had quite a lot of talent from about 3 continents. With the junior teams, we were also very surprised because the gap between them and the seniors were actually not that wide. They were very intelligent people. They gave us real life solutions. They gave us practical recommendations that any board of any reputable company would actually be willing and eager to consider in a real business situation. So we as judges were very happy with the quality of people that came through this year. I think the junior competition involvement is an amazing development. I would love to see more of this, and I hope that the government, business, private sector, public sector will rally around CharterQuest to make this an ongoing development.
Okay, so what I want to know from you is that in the future, do you see juniors actually battling with the seniors? Because from everyone, they're saying the bar is so high for the juniors, they're performing very well. Do you see that challenge coming through?
It will actually be an interesting development, though I must say we would be putting the juniors in a corner if we do that, because there's still that slight advantage that the seniors have, that they are in a tertiary institution, whereas the juniors are matric. But really, if you look at the level of intelligence that they displayed, the emotional maturity, the knowledge, the insights, we were very taken aback, and even the confidence, the style which they presented and they faced us as judges, and the kind of solutions that they were given. We found it very hard to believe that these are high school kids. But we felt very proud that this is the future of our continent, this is the future of our country, and this is the future of the world. I think we have history in the making here, and I'm so proud to be a part of that.
Thank you so much, Vicky, for your time. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you, Amanda.
Mr. Joe Samuels, I must start off by complimenting you. You look very, very good. Do you feel as good as you look?
I feel very good, thank you very much, but I must say you look very red tonight and you look fantastic.
Thank you very much. And I must ask, how are you feeling? This competition is an educational competition, and you're obviously very instrumental in that space. Why did you find it important for you to leave your busy schedule and just come on board and give your support?
Yeah, look, I think I really wanted to support this idea because I think this is a very important idea. What it does, it allows young leaders in school as well as in universities, so that they, what they learn very often is very theoretical, and it is book knowledge. Through this case study method and through the process, they are drawn into some of the real things that is being experienced in the outside world. And I think that's a very good way in which one can really embed, what people learn in theory and in books. So I think it's a very good competition. It also exposes them because, this is a global competition. So you get people from Asia, people from Europe, as well as people from the African continent, and they are competing against each other. And that is good. And so they learn also, what are some of the experiences across. And that is a very, very good experience. And I would like to support, those kinds of activities and so on.
And standing next to me is Fatima Ghani. She's actually the chair of both the competitions and also the CFO of Cummins Africa Middle East. Fatima, welcome.
Thank you very much for having me.
You look amazing.
Oh, so do you.
Thank you very much. You've been very instrumental in the process of drawing up this competition. And you're very busy. Why did you choose this initiative? There were about 1,000 more that you could have given your support to, but you chose this competition. Why?
So, firstly, it's very important to give back into the profession, because the more you give back, the more you'll reap the rewards later on. And I think that it's our responsibility, our professional responsibility, to ensure that the caliber of people entering the profession is of a very high standard. And when you look, there's a gap between academic education and the workforce. And competitions like this actually bridge that gap. And that's why it's personal to me, and I hold it very dear. Because when I joined the workforce, I had to go through my learning curve, which there was no case study competition to help me with. So this actually elevates and helps students to actually think integrated, think holistic, think big picture when they enter the workforce.
What are you looking for 2018?
A bigger and better competition. I think that in terms of the junior competition, there's so much more exposure. I think they're more hungry to want to prove themselves, and I think we could go into the continent. So I'm very excited about the junior competition. Okay.
All right, Fatima, thank you so much, and keep on shining and keep on slaying too.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I smell excitement, and I smell money, and I smell victory. And I can feel the excitement standing right next to me. It's Team UMCC from Germany, and they've just been revealed as the CFO case study competition of 2017, the winners of this year. Guys, congratulations. How do you feel?
Thank you so much. We are super excited and very honored to be the winners of this exciting and really professional competition. And we had so many good presentations during the week, and we really didn't expect to win. So we're just happy and relieved now.
And I saw you getting very emotional, so I know that it's coming from a very genuine place. And I just want to find out, did you guys really expect that you'd get this far in the competition and that you'd walk away with the prize?
Well, we certainly didn't expect it, but we were always striving for it and hoping for it, of course. We always gave our best, but we were just looking forward for a great competition, great teams. But now having really won is just crazy. At the moment we can't really believe it.
Now, on the 1st of November 2017, the 2018 version registrations open. Are you guys going to be entering any of your teams from back home?
Yeah, of course. I would recommend every team to enter this competition, especially back from Germany. I think this year we were the only team from Germany to enter this competition, but we will make marketing to make the CFO Charter Quest competition even more public also in Germany, so that more teams will enter, because we think it's a great competition and it's really inspiring to be here. And yes.
And lastly, I must ask, what are you guys going to be doing with the money?
Oh, of course, we will take a big amount for a organization, and we are planning to invest the money for an organization in Africa, especially because we want to give something back. And as we have heard, everything what Valentina said, we just want that everything will participate all over the globe, and this is why we want to foster on this case competition, on the idea, and also on the organizations that are working so hard for a better world for tomorrow.
How do you say congratulations in German?
Herzlichen Glückwunsch.
I wish I could say that, but congratulations. Well, nobody can wipe the smiles off their faces. Standing next to me is Team Westville from Westville Boys High. And these couple of guys have won today. For the first time ever, the CFO case study competition junior version has revealed its first winners. Guys, how do you feel?
Honestly, it might sound cliche, but I think we still can't believe it. It was such a surprise. The competition's been really tough, and the teams have been really good. So it's really surprising, and I still can't believe it.
Well, you guys gave a really good speech, you in particular. Did you plan that at all?
Not at all. I had no idea that we were going to win, firstly. And secondly, I had no idea that Valentine would ask me to do a speech, no matter how long. So it was a bit nerve-wracking standing up on stage, but to be honest, after they announced Team Westville as the winners, I was just so happy that we had won that I didn't really mind.
And are you guys going to encourage more of your teams at school to enter for the next one?
Definitely next year. I'm hoping that we'll get to help maybe influence them and actually help them with their case study. So yeah.
And the golden question is, what are you going to be doing with the money?
Oh wow, that is the golden question. We haven't discussed this in detail yet with each other. I think everyone has a different thing that we want to do with it, but I know I would like to invest it potentially for my varsity funds. Maybe Tom wants to go out and have a party tonight, I don't know.
Well, guys, I'm so proud of you personally. I've seen you guys improve over the past couple of the 3 days. And I just want to really congratulate you on your success. And I hope you coach more teams next year and keep to your word. Thank you so much and congratulations once again. Standing next to me is the man of the moment, Mr. Valentine T, who is the project director of the competition and the founding CEO of CharterQuest. Mr. Valentine T, how do you feel?
Well, I'm elated. It's been 1 full year working very hard to try and make this a success, and it has concluded very successfully. So I'm extremely happy, and like I said before, may the best team win. I think the judges did a fantastic job asking very terrific questions. They probed the teams, and from the quality that you saw coming through, the best team has won. So I'm quite happy.
So you've told us many times before why you started the global side of the competition, but you've not really unpacked in detail why you then decided to do the junior version. Can you just briefly touch on that?
Look, the mission of the competition is to effect change. We're trying to change the context in which the finance professional or the business leader of the future is being groomed across our schools today. Now, the reason why we decided to get on with the competition at the basic school level is because we realized that if you want to effect change, reimagine and change education, you cannot just do it at the tertiary level. A lot of it's like commonly said, input, process, output. A lot of what we get at the tertiary level is linked to how well the basic education level is structured. So we felt that if you want to address all the challenges that we think the education system has, we have to go back to the roots, and that's the basic education level.
2017 has been a successful year for you. Congratulations on both the competitions. But I must ask, what have been any of the challenges that you faced as a business trying to get these competitions off the ground?
That's an interesting one. The competition, first and foremost, is a new concept in Africa. Not to say there aren't other competitions as such, but this is different in the sense that it is an integrated case study. It's not an online thing, and kids really have to solve real-world problems, and they have to be flown to meet a panel of judges which is top class. It involves integrating a whole range of modules that they learn from school: business, economics, mathematics, accounting, especially for the junior one, but a wide range of modules at the university level. Now, you ask the question, what has been the challenges? Being a new competition, you find that as the concept is not well understood, to market the competition and get school principals, get mentors to form teams, to support their teams and be part of the process, let alone the aspirants themselves to have the courage to go in and work hard and produce the report. That's been the first part of the challenge. Obviously, the second part of the challenge has been on the sponsorship side. 90% of the funding for the competition is still being supported by CharterQuest, the Case Study Center. We're still facing challenge in terms of making that business case to big business as well as policymakers, why they need to get a bit more involved. But we are making some progress with respect to that. This year, ACC has come on board much more stronger financially in terms of support than they did last year. We have more teams that have entered. We also now have the TV, which is now signing up memorandum of understandings to try and make sure that the competition, its mission is taken forward. So it's not all gloomy. We make a lot of efforts to make sure it's a success. But yes, there are these challenges, but you can be rest assured that we have a solid team in place that are passionate young people who see the value and the importance of this, not just for themselves, but for the education system in the country. So we're making good progress. We're happy.
So I just want to find out as well, you've touched on the sponsorship side, but what support are you calling for from the institutes of education and policy makers as well as the government, if any, and other educational bodies?
Okay, that's a good one. To pull together a competition like this entails a massive amount of resources. You need a design team to put together the case study. You need markers who can evaluate the case study. You need to transport the winners to South Africa. You need to host them. You need to pay bills with respect to the accommodation and all the rest. But that aside, the actual work of supporting the various schools to make sure that the curriculum and the teaching that they are giving these young people is robust enough to deal with these sort of challenges. We need that support. And how can the government support us with respect to that? The government needs to start looking at the curriculum, not just leave that at the level of universities. Yes, we understand that policymakers like SAQA, the Department of Education, they're actively involved in it, but they need to get a bit more involved in designing the curriculum. Look, if there are models that work from Europe, let's adopt those. The ones that do not work, let's not adopt. I just think that policymakers need to move away from bringing in political considerations with respect to education and assist us deal with the challenges head on. On the big business side, a whole lot of businesses devote almost a 1% or 2% of their after-tax profit as sponsorship to support education. We credit and value what they are doing, but the kind of support we're looking at, we say, why not partner with us so that we can write case studies on your companies? Young people are being trained in school. They're coming out and looking up to work in these various companies. We have a lot of challenges that you face. Bring your stories. Let us develop case studies on your companies. You'll be amazed some of the strategic challenges that you are faced with. Young people who can think out of the box as their minds are still fresh, they could come up with very cutthroat ideas that could really move their businesses forward. So we need that type of participation from companies to say, open up, let's write case studies on your companies, support the process financially, morally. Leaders, please, we need you to be part of the judges so that we can be able to amend and change the judging process every single year to try and bring more and more quality as the competition goes forward.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Valentine Nti.
Thank you.
Hello, Africa. This is where the next generation of global business leaders will arise from.
We entered the CharterQuest Junior CFO case study competition with the hope of gaining valuable insights into the business world and to explore potential fields of study, allowing us to make informed decisions on future career paths.
This competition bridges the gap between knowledge and real-life application by exposing us to scenarios in which we first have to identify the problem before solving it.
By forcing us to consider not only the financial implications of our decisions, but both the ethical and environmental impacts simultaneously, we developed an ability to view our problems from an ultimate perspective.
We were constantly challenged and pushed to new breaking points.
If you are in high school and believe that you can conquer the challenge, form a team and enter now.
From Cape to Cairo,
From Dhaka to Mogadishu.
All roads lead to Johannesburg, South Africa.
Take this opportunity to meet some of Africa's business leaders, as well as the chance to take home 50,000 Rand.
We look forward to meeting you in 2018. Good luck!
Log on to www.charterquest.co.za, click on the CFO and register today.
See you in South Africa.
Do you dream of being a future global business leader? And are you a university student or a young professional at the age of 25 or below?
Then grab a team of 3 or 4 and apply for the CharterQuest CFO Case Study Competition 2018.
We grew personally and professionally while dealing with challenges multinational companies are facing in emerging markets, and defended our own strategic recommendations in front of industry leaders and highly renowned CFOs.
What differentiates this competition from others is that you will advise a global company that is operating in one of the fastest growing economies. The CharterQuest CFO Case Study Competition will change your life and boost your future career opportunities.
Team Eureka from University of Hong Kong. Team UMCC from University of Munster, Germany. Team Iris from the University of Ghana.
What a global business experience
from an African perspective. Apply now.
Log on to www.charterquest.co.za, click on the CFO and register today.